Have you ever stopped to think about what happens when railroad tracks simply disappear under feet of snow? How do massive locomotives keep running when winter turns everything into an almost impossible barrier? The truth is, there are machines built specifically for these extreme conditions. Machines that don't just face the snow, they cut through it with raw power, keeping everything moving, even during the worst storms. You're about to go on a journey through the most powerful snow trains ever built. True giants that challenge winter itself and keep entire cities, supply lines, and rail networks running. Stick with me, because the number one on this list doesn't just handle the snow, it completely dominates winter in a way that's hard to believe. Union Pacific Rotary Snowplow 90061. Built in the 1960s by the Union Pacific Railroad, this massive machine was created in the United States during a time when severe snowstorms could shut down entire rail lines for days. It was never designed to carry cargo or passengers, but to ensure that rail operations could continue even in the harshest winter conditions. At its core is a powerful 16-cylinder diesel engine, producing around 2,500 horsepower, dedicated entirely to spinning the massive front rotary blade. That raw force allows it to cut through packed snow and even hardened ice, something standard equipment simply can't handle. Speed is not the goal here. Consistent power is. It doesn't move on its own. Instead, it's pushed by locomotives from behind, forming an incredibly powerful setup. The transmission is heavy-duty and built to handle constant stress, while the reinforced suspension keeps everything stable under intense vibration. Visually, it's impossible to ignore. The giant spinning wheel at the front throws snow far off the tracks, creating an intense and dramatic scene. The sound of the engine, combined with the impact of breaking ice, turns it into a full mechanical spectacle. In real-world use, it operates in mountainous regions and critical rail lines where snow buildup can completely shut down transportation. Without it, entire areas could be cut off for days or even weeks. Over the years, it has become a symbol of resilience and extreme engineering. Even today, it's still deployed in critical situations, proving just how well it was built. Some of its rare operations have even become major events for rail enthusiasts. And if this one already impresses with sheer brutality, the next machine takes a completely different approach. But it's just as fascinating. Jordan Spreader Snowfighter. Developed by the classic Jordan Spreader Company in the United States, this machine was designed as a more versatile solution for maintaining railways in snowy environments. Unlike the massive rotary units, it works more strategically, clearing snow to the sides and keeping tracks consistently open. Instead of a spinning blade, it uses adjustable side wings that extend outward. It relies on the locomotive pulling it for movement, while its hydraulic systems handle the heavy work of redistributing snow away from the tracks. There are no impressive acceleration numbers or top speeds here, because that's not its purpose. The focus is on continuous efficiency, making sure the tracks stay clear during moderate snowfall before conditions become extreme. Traction comes directly from the locomotive, while its structure is built for long-term use. The suspension is simple but durable, ideal for extended operations with minimal maintenance. Visually, it may not look as aggressive as rotary plows, but its effectiveness is undeniable. The extended blades create a constant sweeping motion, pushing snow off the rails in a controlled and efficient way. This type of machine is widely used for preventive maintenance, stopping heavy accumulation before it becomes a serious problem. Instead of reacting to extreme conditions, it works continuously to avoid them. Over time, the Jordan Spreader became a staple in North American railroads. Its simplicity and efficiency kept it in service for decades, and it remains essential in many operations today. But don't let its calmer approach fool you, because the next machine takes us right back into the world of extreme power. Northern Pacific Rotary Snowplow No. 2. Introduced in the early 20th century by the Northern Pacific Railway, this machine represents one of the earliest major breakthroughs in rotary snow clearing technology. At a time when engineering was still evolving, It already offered a bold solution to a serious problem. It was powered by a steam engine with multiple cylinders, capable of generating enough force to spin its massive front rotary blade. Even without modern horsepower figures, its output was impressive for the time, cutting through dense snow with surprising efficiency. Like other rotary plows, it relied on locomotives pushing it from behind, while its internal system transferred power directly to the rotor. The transmission was mechanical, simple, and incredibly durable, built to operate in harsh conditions without failure. Traction came from the locomotives, while its heavy structure and reinforced suspension ensured stability, even when dealing with large volumes of snow. This was a machine built to last. Visually, it had a strong presence. The large rotating wheel at the front constantly threw snow away from the tracks, while steam, metal sounds, and motion created a scene straight out of another era. In practice, it was essential for keeping rail lines open in regions where snow was a constant threat. Without machines like this, many routes would simply shut down during winter. Over time, it became a museum piece and a historical reference, representing one of the earliest victories in the battle against snow. Some preserved units still operate in special demonstrations today. And if a machine over a century old still impresses today, the next one brings a different approach that's just as interesting. OSR snowplow. Developed for more modern rail operations, the OSR snowplow was created as a practical and highly efficient solution for dealing with snow on a consistent basis, without always relying on massive rotary machines. It represents a clear shift in strategy, focusing more on prevention than reaction. Unlike rotary models, this equipment uses a heavy-duty front blade designed to push large volumes of snow with steady performance. It does not have its own engine for this task, relying on locomotives to provide all the necessary power for the operation. There are no impressive speed or acceleration numbers here, because performance is measured differently. Its real strength lies in its ability to operate for long periods, keeping tracks clear and preventing snow from building up into a critical issue. Traction and transmission come from the locomotive, while the plow itself is built with reinforced steel, designed to withstand constant impact with packed snow. Its suspension is engineered to maintain stability even during long and demanding operations. Visually, it delivers power in a direct and effective way. The blade moves forward like a solid wall, pushing everything ahead with control and consistency. It may not have the dramatic effect of the spinning rotary, but it offers extremely reliable performance. In real-world use, this type of machine is essential for daily rail maintenance, especially in regions where snowfall is frequent. It works ahead of the problem, ensuring safety and keeping operations running smoothly. If you're enjoying this look at machines that take on winter head-on, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because there's still a lot more coming. And now that you've seen how consistency can be just as powerful, the next machine takes things to a much more aggressive level. Southern Pacific Rotary Snowplow, MW208. Built by the historic Southern Pacific Railroad, this machine was developed as a direct evolution of earlier rotary snowplows, designed to handle even harsher winter conditions across the western United States. At the time, keeping railroads operational during winter was not just important, it was essential. It was equipped with a 12-cylinder diesel engine, delivering around 2,000 horsepower, all dedicated to spinning its massive front rotary blade. This level of power allowed it to cut through dense snow, ice, and hardened layers that would stop conventional equipment. Like other rotary units, it had no self-propulsion and relied on locomotives pushing from behind. The transmission was built for continuous heavy load, ensuring the rotor maintained steady performance even under extreme resistance. Traction came from multiple locomotives working together, while its heavy structure and reinforced suspension provided the stability needed to operate in brutal winter conditions. This was a machine designed to keep going no matter what. Visually, the impact is immediate. The spinning front blade throws snow high into the air, creating a massive white burst around the machine. The deep engine sound combined with the constant impact of ice makes the entire operation intense to watch. It was used in critical situations where snow buildup exceeded the capacity of standard equipment. It was often deployed as a last resort to reopen completely blocked rail lines. Over time, it became one of the most respected rotary snowplows of its generation. Some of its operations are still remembered today, especially among railroad enthusiasts who follow these rare moments closely. And get ready, because the next one brings a surprising contrast you might not expect on this list. Tsugaru Railway KI-101. Coming from Japan, the KI-101 was developed by Tsugaru Railway to operate in regions where heavy snowfall is part of everyday life for months. Unlike the massive American machines, this one represents a more compact but highly efficient approach. It uses a 6-cylinder diesel engine, producing around 300 to 400 horsepower, which may sound modest, but is perfectly suited for its purpose. It was built for continuous operation, keeping tracks clear without the need for extreme intervention. Instead of a rotary blade, it relies on front plows and auxiliary systems to remove snow. It is self-propelled, with integrated traction that allows it to move efficiently through tighter and more complex rail lines. The transmission is automatic, making it easier to operate in difficult conditions. While its all-wheel traction ensures grip even on icy tracks, the suspension was designed to offer both stability and operational comfort. Visually, it stands out for its compact size and precise operation. It doesn't look intimidating, but the way it cuts through snow with consistency is impressive. It is widely used on regional lines where constant maintenance is essential. Instead of waiting for snow to become a major problem, it works continuously to prevent it. The KI-101 became a symbol of Japanese efficiency in extreme conditions, proving that bigger isn't always better. In many areas, it is considered absolutely essential. But if you think compact efficiency is the peak, the next machine takes us back into the world of massive power. Denver and Rio Grande Western Rotary OY. Developed by the historic Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad, the Rotary OY was built to face some of the harshest winter conditions in the Rocky Mountains. At high altitudes where snow doesn't just fall, but compacts under strong winds, only the most powerful machines could keep routes open. This unit used a large 12-cylinder engine, producing over 2,000 horsepower, fully dedicated to spinning its massive rotary blade. That level of power allowed it to break through deep snow walls several feet high without losing performance. Like other rotary plows, it had no independent movement and depended on locomotives pushing it from behind. The transmission was heavy-duty, designed for continuous operation under extreme stress. Traction came from multiple locomotives working together, while its reinforced suspension and heavy frame ensured stability even on icy and uneven tracks. Visually, it is an imposing machine. The spinning blade sends snow flying in massive waves, carving a clear path through what looks like an impenetrable wall of white. The sound and force behind it make the operation unforgettable. In practice, it was used during extreme events, especially when avalanches or heavy storms completely blocked rail lines. It was the kind of machine called in when nothing else worked. Over time, the Rotary OY became one of the most respected machines of its era. Some units have been preserved and still attract attention in historical exhibitions and rail events. And if you think this is already impressive, the next one brings a unique concept that stands out even more. Soja Russell. The Soja Russell is a great example of how different parts of the world developed unique solutions for the same challenge. It combines mechanical strength with operational efficiency, creating a balanced and versatile system. Instead of relying on a massive rotary blade, it uses a combination of plows and distributed mechanisms working together. Its engine, typically a 6-cylinder unit, produces around 500 to 800 horsepower, focused on steady and reliable operation. Unlike the larger units that need to be pushed, this one is self-propelled, with integrated traction that allows for better control across different rail conditions. The transmission can be automatic or manual, depending on the configuration, always designed to provide control in low-grip environments. Its suspension is built to handle continuous use and moderate impact with packed snow. It stands out for its less aggressive but still solid design. The coordinated movement of its blades creates a continuous clearing effect, keeping tracks open without extreme force. In real-world use, it operates in regular maintenance scenarios, especially in regions where snowfall is frequent, but not always extreme. It prevents buildup before it becomes a serious issue. Over time, it has proven to be a reliable and efficient solution, adopted by multiple rail operators across different regions. But now, after seeing balance and efficiency, the next machine takes us back to pure, overwhelming power. BNSF Rotary Snowplow 972551. Operated by BNSF Railway, this machine represents the modern evolution of classic rotary snowplows. It was built to handle some of the heaviest snowfall conditions in North America and is considered one of the most powerful rail snow machines ever created. At its core is a massive 16-cylinder diesel engine, producing over 3,000 horsepower, entirely dedicated to spinning the enormous front blade. This allows it to cut through packed snow, ice, and hardened layers with incredible efficiency. Like traditional rotary units, it does not move on its own and relies on powerful locomotives pushing it from behind. The transmission is designed for continuous heavy-duty operation, ensuring consistent performance. Traction comes from multiple locomotives, forming a powerful system capable of handling extreme resistance. Its reinforced suspension and heavy structure provide stability even on rough, icy tracks. Visually, it is one of the most impressive machines ever built. The spinning blade sends snow flying across great distances, creating a dramatic display of power and engineering. In practice, it is deployed in extreme situations where rail lines are completely blocked. It acts as the final solution when no other equipment can handle the conditions. It has already gained legendary status among rail enthusiasts. Rare footage of its operation is often treated as a major event. And if you think this is the peak of power on rails, the final machine takes things to an entirely different level. MBTA snowplow train. Operated by the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, this is not just a single machine but a complete system designed to keep urban rail networks running during severe winter storms. Instead of relying purely on brute force, it combines multiple systems working together. The train includes powerful locomotives, equipped with 12 to 16-cylinder engines, delivering over 3,000 horsepower across the entire setup. What makes it unique is how it operates. Instead of reacting to extreme snow buildup, it works continuously, clearing tracks, preventing accumulation, and keeping the system moving at all times. The locomotives use automatic transmissions for precise control, while the overall traction system ensures grip and stability even on icy rails. Visually, it is impressive to watch. Blades, air jets, and constant movement create a synchronized operation that keeps tracks clear almost in real time. In real-world use, this type of system is essential in major cities, where stopping transportation is not an option. It solves the problem before it escalates, ensuring mobility for thousands of people. Over time, it has become a benchmark in urban snow operations, proving that true power is not just about force, but also about intelligent system design. Its efficiency has even influenced other systems worldwide, and that's exactly why it takes the #1 spot, not just for its strength, but for its ability to keep an entire city moving when winter tries to shut everything down. Throughout this video, you've seen machines that go far beyond the ordinary. These are not just trains, they are purpose-built solutions designed to face one of the harshest environments on Earth. From smaller systems to the most powerful giants, each one shows how engineering has evolved to keep the world moving, even when nature pushes back at full force. These machines carry history, strength, and a clear mission to open paths where nothing else can. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these machines had you seen before? Which one impressed you the most in terms of power or engineering, and which one would you want to see in action up close? If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That really helps the channel grow and tells YouTube that this content matters so it can reach more people. Because every week there's a new video featuring the most incredible machines taking on the toughest conditions in the world. I'll see you in the next video.